CREATELARPSFORALL LLC, name of the business. Community of Legends is the game we are still working on. Southern Fried Gaming Expo is a pretty large convention. It happens towards the end of July, and seeing as this video is scheduled to come after July 4th, if you're in America, happy Independence Day. Hope it went well. Hope your family's doing well and everything's going great. For Southern Fried, still don't know yet if we will be running the demo as little individual games or as a panel where you can show up and watch people play and see what it's about. Now, if it's a demo, we will offer you, if you're in the audience, a chance to pick which of the demos that we are going to run. We've gone over them before, but we have a sort of science fiction version. We have a high fantasy, sort of Lord of the Rings, D&D adjacent version. And we have a comic book heroes, kind of like street level heroes version of the game. So these are the three options we'll present everyone with. And you guys will pick, and that's the game that will be run. Now, the wording on the demo is pretty good for the sci-fi version. As of filming, still working on a good, better wording for the comic book hero and the fantasy one. Especially because for the fantasy one, we had already developed 15 skills for a 15 to 30 person version of the game, which, since a LARP is usually can be a fairly large crowd, even parlor LARPs, which are smaller than some of the boffer LARPs, will usually draw 20, 30, 50 players. So you need more skills, you need more options. For a demo, for people that are really just trying to learn, you don't need too much, but you still need to inspire people to pick a skill and enjoy it. It's like, there are a lot of cool systems out there that are in Creative Commons that I could link to the video if people want to check them out. There are free systems out there. This one's in development, so there's a lot of free stuff going around, but eventually it will be a paid game. But we're going to treat it more like, again, I'm not fully in charge, but more like you pay to go to an event, or you pay to play in your friend's game and your friend gets a cut of that payment. So this is going to be more entertainment. And if you're running it at home, if you're running it homebrew like D&D, D&D should not be charging you a subscription. This business is not going to be charging you a subscription, and if they start doing that, I'm leaving. Just saying. Now, if people want to pay a franchise fee, that is a thing that a lot of other LARPs do. I may go over some business ideas here and just see what the Void or the internet and various people think of those business ideas. What would you be willing to support for a small business, 9 to 10 unpaid people trying to get a cool game out there? Now, on to some of the ideas for the business. We could do something like Kickstarter or some sort of crowdfunding, but no one who's helping with the business right now has ever done that before. And from what we've looked into, it's pretty easy to flop. And once you flop, it's kind of like a skill challenge in this game, or kind of like rolling a d20 in real life. Once you flop with something like that, you don't really get a reroll. It's your one roll to impress people with what you've done, unless you want to start up a whole new business and get a whole new thing. For art, anything we put officially on the channel and anything we put in any of our official things we're going to sell through Drive-Thru RPG, there's an artist that we pay. And as far as I'm concerned, it's going to stay that way if they want me to stick around. But if people wanted to chip in on something like Buy Me a Coffee, I've never used those platforms. So if you're someone in the comments or someone watching the video and you've used some of these platforms, I can, and other people on the team can watch people who recommend these platforms all day, but actually setting it up and using it, someone on the team will have to do that. And I'm just not sure if it's worth it at our current size to do that. Now, I'm not currently the bean counter for this business. I do that at my main job. So here I'm doing videos. I'm maybe doing a little bit of back of house stuff when asked, playing some demos, running some demos, having fun with it. But if you know someone that would be willing to volunteer to help with ideas for the business, on ways for it to generate revenue, or just to generate marketing ideas that would be inexpensive to do. One of our members had an idea of running a one-day event where in a nearby park. So we would have to rent out the park. We would then have to advertise for people to show up and sell tickets. And you dress up as a character, you show up, you hang out. Some people play the game, some people watch other people playing the game. Most people are just going to be there to be in the park having a good time. But that would be local, and it would not make a lot of money. Even if the ticket sales, if we estimated how many the park could hold and we maxed that out, it would not be enough to fund the app, for instance. But it could be enough to pay some of our members for their time and to invest some of it into other marketing opportunities, pay the expenses it took to make that marketing opportunity happen. There's a lot of cool ideas like this that people in the business have, but we're all working. Some of us multiple jobs. Me, I have my main job. It takes up enough of my time that I barely have time to do this. But more people on the team with just a little bit of time each, a lot gets done. I have stopped worrying about partial progress. Any progress is progress. And that's just something I learned outside of this business that I guess is now free on here. If you have any interest in helping the business or in just creating your own LARP, that's what we founded this for. Reach out, CREATELARPSFORALL LLC, hit a like on the video, comment. Emailing us directly is the quickest way to reach us. We have a Facebook. We don't have a Discord yet. If you're interested in being a Discord mod, we would be willing to let that be a thing. We have a lot of people that play games on Discord. It's not the only platform we use, but the main ones are YouTube here and Facebook. Have yourself a fantastic day. Catch you next week.